Season was epic, and the great thing was it looked like you had so much fun.
A few minutes later.
You have not gotten a BBL.
No.
That's your natural butt.
Yes.
I'm going to jail, bitch!
Dying over your outfit. You are showing everything, and that weighs 25 pounds. Can you stand up? Listen to the noise. Wow.
Oh, she's taking it.
Yeah. I just want to show you the back because it's very Holly Berry.
Wow.
Reached out last week to see if you were okay with us inviting Lenny to the reunion. Okay with it. We reached out to Lenny and he declined.
Oh, thank God. You've said before that when you came to this country and the stigmatism. Stigmatism is a my disease. That's what she said, stigmatism. It's a stigma. Right.
Boom!
Act and then you said I'm a star. Because it's not even that. I still believe it, and I encourage all of you to believe it. Because if you believe that, you wouldn't have not let Lenny do all the things he's done to you. What?
Wait a damn minute.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Miami Reunion Part 1, Season 5. It was a lot. Alexia she takes the air out of the room. Literally, and it's just so irritating with the deflection that she did this whole entire time. But y'all, let's get right into the video. Like, comment, subscribe, let's get into it.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag, best.
Alright, so I'm gonna be skipping little parts in the beginning because we try and get to the meat and potatoes of what was going on. So basically everybody looks amazing. The best dress hands down is Gertie. I love what she wore. Just like last year, she just knows the assignment. I wish she can incorporate that a little bit more within the season, because Gertie, like her reunion outfits, like everything. So all the ladies sit down, they come out, and Andy asked Nicole, like, do you know where we are? And Nicole was like, Larsa, do you know where we are? Because Larsa didn't get invited. You already know she gave her the little invitation to disinvite her from her party. So she did not know where she was sitting at. Larsa's just sitting there like embarrassing. So Andy asked Gertie, like, oh my God, please stand up. Look what you're wearing. It's amazing. It's 25 pounds of metal that she has draped over her entire body. Just the level of confidence that you have to walk out on stage like that is just amazing. So she stands up, gives a 360, looks amazing. Julia, she stands up. I feel like Julia, it gave a little bit of costumey, but it's something different than what she normally wears, so I don't really mind. And then they get into Alexia, and Alexia's like, oh, you want me, let me stand up and show you the back, because give me a Halle Berry.
Yeah. I just want to show you the back because it's very Holly Berry.
Wow. One thing
Nobody asked. Sit your ass down so we can get. I know Andrew was like, okay. Like, the girl, nobody asked. Just go ahead and sit down, do what you gotta do. But Andy basically, they all cheers. They basically take a shot and they get ready for, the reunion. Andy asked Nicole about her finances, and that is something I wanted to know too. I think we all wanted to know, because I'm like, girl, what do y'all do? Y'all have boats, PJs, cars, everything. So I just want to know, like, Nicole, what do you do? So she basically said, like, her husband, they flip on properties. Obviously he has a law firm. He's an attorney. She's a doctor. These are, very wealthy jobs, I guess you can say. But the level of wealth was like astronomical. So she was like, yeah, my husband, he basically flips properties and he sells them for a higher retail price. And she also says that the house that they bought was $13 million. Like, it's nothing. Like, our house that we bought was $13 million, but we sold it for 40. So to be honest, like, that gap is just crazy. And I'm just like, I'm not mad at making money as long as it makes sense and it doesn't sound like Jen Shaw. We're good. Or British Williams. We're good. So Alexia basically throws in Nicole's face. She was like, okay, but is it your money though? Is it your money or is it Anthony's money?
Except, is that your money or Anthony's money? I spend his money like if it was mine, so it's fine. Right.
But
and like Nicole said, she's like, I spend it just the same, so I guess it's mine. Exactly. Like, Alexia, like, we get how you got your money, don't sit up here and try to get on her. And like, if she's married to her husband, like obviously his assets are her assets. So we talk about Martina, and she has not one but 2 diagnoses of cancer, throat and breast cancer. And you know, Julia was like, you know, we'll fight this, and we'll just basically, you know, do what we have to do. And everybody's just shocked. And like, it's really it's not unheard of, but it's definitely rare to have 2 at the same time. I feel like this is a good thing for everyone to make sure you get screened, go to the doctor regularly. That's something that I need to do more, because I just feel like I have such an active lifestyle. I work a lot, and I don't have that time to get my TLC to, you know, go to the doctor all the time. So that's something I need to do as well. So make sure y'all get checked and make sure that you are healthy, because your health is the #1 importance, period. And my prayers go out to Martina, Julia, and their family. So now Andy talks to Lisa about how they asked, you know, Big Back Lenny to join them on the reunion. And, you know, they asked for her approval first. She said she agreed. Everybody's like, and it was like, he declined. Shocked. No. So everybody's like, oh my God, he did go, girl. It was so awkward. I mean, if they would have came, that would have been okay. So she thought she thought that basically him coming would help her marriage or help them. And no shade, like Lisa, at the end of the day, you have to just give it up. That man don't like you, don't want you, don't want to have nothing to do with you. Everything he is doing is strategic to make you want to move on. And I'm happy that she did, but it's trying to make you to move on away from him. That's what he's doing. I feel like later in life, maybe Lenny will be like, you know, regret it. But I mean, we'll have to see to find out, right? And he asked her about, you know, the hot mic moment. And like, that was like I think literally one of the most foul TV moments I've seen in a minute. It's up there with like Jennifer Basketball Wives with her husband over here throwing the water in her face. Brooks with faking cancer. Like, those are some moments that I feel like that makes you want to clutch up her pearls, you know? Andy asked, when did you know? And before she could basically speak about, you know, when she knew that her marriage, the demise of her marriage, basically, Larsa was
being with this woman.
I suspected we were in the hot tub together. They were in the hot tub together.
She caught Lenny in the hot tub with the other girl. And Lisa basically explains that, you know, they were very close and they were just cuddled up, and it just felt very uncomfortable, it was very inappropriate. So she walked up to them and was just like,
hey guys, what are you doing? Now, what are you doing?
And I'm just like, Lisa, you are a better one than anybody. Cool, what are you talking about? Girl, guys, what are you doing? Girl. The signs clearly were there, even from season 5, when she make a comment, and the coldness that he responded her with, or like the way he looks at her was very just like with disgust or disdain. And for her to be so aloof, and I don't think she was aloof, to be honest. I feel like she knew, but she was comfortable with her lifestyle, and she probably felt like, look, every time I play this card, it clear, so I mean, we good. So then Andy asked, like, so why did you go to Formula One? Like, did you not think that Big Back Lenny would be there with that girl? Like, why did you go? And she was like, you know, me and Larsa, we basically planned this, pre-planned it. So, you know, we found out Lenny was there, and we're just like, hey, I mean, might as well still go. Like, and then they talk about how the girl licked her lips, the mom got involved, and I'm just like, with the mom, she already, the way she explained it made it seem like the mom was flip-flopping. And I'm just trying to figure out, like, especially with the relationship being done, I don't know how you can have a civil conversation with this mother ever again in life. Andy asked, like, so do you still buy your husband his groceries? She's like, yeah, you know, I still buy him groceries. Everybody's like, girl. Everybody's just like, why? So Lisa's like, well, you know, my son and my daughter like strawberries and bananas, and I like crunchy peanut butter. Girl, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? Nothing. Like, what does that have to do with him buying that man groceries if that your son and daughter like strawberries and bananas? Okay, and so, you know, she basically still lives in the house, and I'm like, thank God. Like, girl, if anything, get that house, sell it, and get yourself a couple meal. Or a couple meal. Lisa, you saw the signs. You explained the signs to us. That's how we know this information. But you did nothing to stop it or get ahead of it, because you let this man embarrass you time and time and time again on this show, in the media. And then Andy asked, like, why do you think Lenny did the show? Like, why do you think Lenny did the show when he knew all this stuff was coming out. So she was like, well, you know, he basically was like saying that, you know, there was a time that I came home late and he just felt disgusted. He was just like, just some bullshit. At the end of the day, I felt like Lenny was like, you know, I could probably cheat, keep it undercover. But that hot mic moment basically revealed everything. He felt like, if I keep staying in the situation, I'm cheating on the girl that I actually love. And that would have been a decapitating statement for me, because I would have been destroyed. Like, you're actually saying that if you sleep with me, if it was Lisa, your wife, then you're cheating on the girlfriend? You can't make this up. This is some, you can't make this up. Andy asked, like, do you still love him? And she says, no, thank God. Girl, I was worried. And then Lisa announces that, you know, she has a boyfriend. His name is Jody. He is a tech mogul. Very handsome man. Hopefully she gets her fairy tale, and hopefully she doesn't have to change who she is as a person for this man. Lisa can be annoying. She is high maintenance. She's everything under the sun, right? But at the end of the day, she's not a mean-spirited person, as we see on the show. Like, there's plenty of opportunities where she can read the girls, and she can't. No shade, but I'm just like, she really could. You could tell she's not a mean-spirited person. So I'm just trying to figure out, like with Lenny, why go that extra step? Like, why? Like, it just, a lot of stuff that Lenny did to Lisa didn't have to happen. So I wish that Lisa, you know, finds her voice and find her individuality and can move forward in a productive way with her life and her kids. Before we get to the next segment, Marisol and Adriana show up, and, you know, I was like, okay, cool. We get on the whole butt situation, and you know, they ask, why did Adriana judge Larsa so bad about her BBL, and invite her to the doctor procedure? And Adriana said, you know, I thought that she can own it. I thought that, you know, in that moment she could just say that she had a BBL too, even though Adriana didn't have a BBL. She just had like little shots. Larsa, Andy asked, like, did you have a BBL?
You have not gotten a BBL.
Yeah. No, that's your natural butt.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
And everyone here believes that?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course not.
Larsa's like, no, I did not have a BBL. This is all me. This is all real. This is all thick. And she didn't say all that, but I'm just like, at some point, Larsa, there's too many before and afters of you to dare say that that is all you. And then I even see this on social media. When I see people's before and after pictures, and they have like these gigantic asses, like a lot of men, like I mean gay men that I've seen on social media have these big butts, and I see how they looked in high school. I'm like, there's no possible way that you gained all of that weight and you carved your body out without surgery. There's no possible way. And I'm not even trying to act like I'm hating. Her body looks good. I'm gonna drop my bottle. Watch her body look good. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think like it looks amazing. Like, we're not gonna sit up here and act like you, when they ask you, did you go under the knife? And you say, no, I didn't go under the knife. Ma'am, you did though. Like, that ass, girl. With Larsa, the way that ass sit and them thighs are shaped, sitting on them little sticks for legs, girl, you cannot tell me that that ass is real. That was a fat transfer or something. I feel like she's trying to play semantics, because I best believe it was a fat transfer, but she's like, I didn't get a BBL, I got a fat transfer. Same thing, ma'am. Andy asked Marisol, you know, so you were the seasoned drunk, so how do you feel about that? So she's like, you know, everyone drinks in here. I just do a little bit for my confessional because, you know, I want to just market myself, which I feel like, you know, she could easily get a promotional deal or you know, get a product deal out of that cockies. I mean, but she said, you know, Nicole, you're over here drunk all the time. You drink more than everybody. I'm just like, girl, I get you trying to shade the girls. It's cute. But at some point, you got to realize that every scene, everything you talk about is about alcohol. But I mean, do what you got to do. So this segues on to Nicole's father's drama. This segment pissed me off, to be honest, because, you know, it was like, would your dad walk you down the aisle for your wedding? And he talks about, you know, the apology that he would give her one day in a therapy session, right? And Larsa chimes in and she said, like, I don't blame him. Y'all belittle this grown man. And I'm about to make a couple points because I'm just so irritating with this whole narrative that is being drawn up. Point one is not belittling a grown-ass man for holding him accountable for what he did to basically create past traumas that I'm trying to correct today. So that's not belittling. That's number one. Number two, Larsa, I really want to know, why are you so vocal? You know, because I want to know about your family life, because it seems like you're projecting. We haven't heard anything about her side of the family, her mom, dad, sister, brother, cousin, Liberia people. We don't know nothing. So it's just like, I want to know a little bit more about that, you know? And then she's basically like, you know, he doesn't have to say it. It's his actions, He doesn't have to say sorry. It's his actions will show it. And you know, Nicole's like, okay, but how hard is it? It's not hard to just say, I'm sorry and mean the shit. Like, it just gets so irritating. But then she's like, you know, he's a grown man. And when a grown man cries, that's how he's sorry. No. People cry for plenty of things. People can cry out of being frustrated. People can cry out of being embarrassed. People can cry about a lot of things. It don't mean that they're sorry. What are tears? That crying, and this is something I had to learn with my friends, because like me and my friends, you know, we have our little ups and downs. No, but my friends, they basically be like, you know, sometimes it can be a little bit hard, because like with me, I don't care about no sorry. I don't care about no tears, none of that. Like at the end of the day, I'm the type of person where if we do something and you say, hey Brian, you know, I fucked up on this, my bad. Cool, I could take that. But you don't have, like some of my friends keep going. They're like, Brian, I'm so sorry. You don't have to keep saying sorry. Like one time, I'm cool. But you don't have to keep saying sorry about the situation. Just say it one time. We can move along. We're good. It don't have to be this whole big ordeal. Like, I'm not a difficult person where it's just like, we could just say one time and we good. Just change the action. That's all I want, is the change the action. That's it. Nicole basically starts getting emotional, start crying. And I believe her frustration comes from, because, you know, we don't know her backstory, the full backstory of, you know, her dealings with her father. And, you know, on the outside looking in, her dad is like, you know, very boisterous man, outgoing. He loves his daughter. He always compliments her in the presence of other people. But we didn't live her life, you know? All we know is the fact that her dad neglected her at a young age, and she got ran over by a car, or got hit by a car. She was in the ICU, and that's traumatic. And it goes to show with her, she felt neglected, or she felt neglected, or she felt abandoned. Like, I feel like I suffer from a lot of pain with that. I can totally understand with that, because, you know, me and my dad, we really don't have a strong relationship. We stopped talking to each other a couple months, a year. It's coming up on 2 years, actually on my birthday. I'm not going to subject myself to trauma and a cycle of trauma that I've experienced all my life and just keep on going with the same narrative. So I decided to remove myself from the equation. And if I see a change, then I see a change. And if I don't, I'm done. I don't have time with the drama. Nicole basically talks about her dad and how, you know, they're doing great actually at this point. And she saw how, you know, it was super hard. She was super hard on him. And I believe that she puts a lot on her dad. She put a lot of unrealistic expectations on him. And I feel like he's not going to live up to those expectations that you want, because you know you live this new lifestyle, you have this new job, you have this fabulous husband, all this, that, and the third, and your father doesn't fit the mold of what you picture. But with Nicole, you have to realize is he's not going to fit the mold. That's your father. You have to take him how you take him, but you can also ask for respect and ask for the things that you need. And if he can do those things in a way that's realistic, then you can accept him in your life. And I feel like she's taking the right steps in doing what she got to do. They also talk about her dad's girlfriend, how she met him. And she's like, yeah, you know, my dad, he's 70 years old. He's dating a 29-year-old. Like, what is he going to do with a 29-year-old? Then you hear Larsa over here. She's over just fighting for her life. And she's like, well, you know,
at the end of the day, like, age is nothing but a number. Aaliyah said it. It is what it is. R.I.P. girl. And at the end of the day, Marcus is 32 and then I'm 46. It doesn't even matter. I'm just
like, girl, we get it, but you are fighting for your life, girl.
Like, I'm like, I've never seen somebody over here just like, nobody was even talking to you, girl. You just jump in. I mean, jump in swinging, do what you gotta do. Since Larsa want to talk so much, Andy asked the question, like, so your relationship with Marcus. So basically, Larsa, you're dating Marcus Jordan, Michael Jordan's son, who is a heated rival to Scottie Pippen. But you know, Larsa 46, Marcus is 32. That's a 14-year age difference. You saw how I did the math, and it's on my nose. But it's not that it's weird. Here's the thing. Social media made it weirder than what I thought it was, because I'm thinking that the boy was freaking like 18 or like, you know, to be honest, 25. But I didn't know he was 32. Like 32, 46, I mean, it's an age difference, but they both are grown. So at that point, do what you got to do. That's none of our business. He's well in his adult years. She is well in her adult years. So it's just like they grown. It is what it is. So, you know, Kiki finally shows up, and they really treating her like a friend. Because, you know, Marisol and Adriana are going to be on the stage the whole time. And Kiki going to come up stage probably episode 3. But, you know, we come back and we get onto Alexia's segment, and she sucks the air out the room. The girl is, I'm not going to say narcissist, but egotistical and, you know, self-centered and conceited. And I mean, is that definition describing narcissism? I don't know, something like that. But you know, we get on her segment, and she just have a big ego. She just wants to, like, everybody's talking. She's like, wait, I want to say something because this is my segment, and I feel like I deserve to talk. Girl, don't try to do Andy's job for him. So Alexia, she says, you know, I'm self-confident. I was born a star. My parents raised me that way. But the difference between Alexia is that you're trying to say that you're self-confident, but to be honest, coming across arrogant, right? Alexia refers to herself. I feel like Alexia raises herself up by tearing other women down, and we see that time and time again on the show. And I agree with Nicole and Gertie what they were saying. Alexia tells Gertie, like, you called yourself a star too. There's a difference with Gertie calling herself a star and you proclaiming yourself to be a star, right? There's a difference because, you know, Gertie was in Harper Bazaar. Gertie was over here in Forbes. Gertie was over here in Vogue. Alexia was in Cocaine Cowboys. Like, there is what's the difference? Like, what are we talking about? Like, no shade, Alexia, but I'm like, it's an easy read at this point. It's easy peasy. But you know, Gertie and Alexia, they start going back and forth, and I'm just like, oh. And Alexia basically shouts out like, all the girls resent me because I'm resilient. At this point, it's laughable because I'm just like, she's just saying anything at this point. And like, I always tell people, like, a broken clock is right at least 2 times after that. So it's just like crazy with her, the way she's just like going, the way she's thinking. Larsa chimes in and asks Gertie, like, you know, what has she done to you? And Gertie explains what she done to her. Like, Gertie proceeds to say, like, you know, she's disrespectful. True. She snubbed my flowers that I sent her for her post-wedding celebration. True. She insulted the made like salacious comments about my brother's charity. And even though I don't feel like she was being coming across in a negative way, but like Gertie was saying, why would you compare a charity to a bachelorette party? But you know, Alexia brings up, you know, out of nowhere, she's deflecting at this point. She's like, you know, at the end of the day, you castrate Russell. It is what it is. And I'm just like, girl, you're just saying something just to have like a gotcha moment, and it is what it is. Like, you're still not acknowledging what she's saying. We get on to the whole Russian prostitute comment. You see how many offensive things she was saying? We're going down the list, right? And Alexia was like, I'm sorry, but I didn't know that at the time it was such a sensitive topic to you, but I'm sorry. I'm just like, so you don't feel like it's sensitive, but it's a sensitive topic to me. Okay. So referring to other people's nationality is a no-go. I think we all know that. And so it's not just as offensive to Julia, it's offensive to all the whole Russian population. Like, I didn't know it was a stigma within Russia, but you know, Julia educated us and let us know that, you know, that is something that they hear a lot over there in Russia, and they don't like that. So I'm just like, at the end of the day, when she told her in the moment, what did Alexia say? Well, that's just how I feel. That's what I said. I said what I said. Girl, bye. Then as she's telling, as she's talking about the whole stigma, they get the word wrong. They talk about, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, it's like a stigmatism. You can't make this up. Nicole is laughing, and Marisol is like, okay, Amex. And then Nicole clapped back. She was like,
It's a stigma. Right. Well, okay, Amex. Yeah. I'll add you as a co-signer so you can have one too. Yeah.
Girl, I'll be your co-signer so you can get one soon. I got you. Alexia said, I never wanted to hurt you. Julie accepted the apology ultimately because she felt like it's real at this point. And she says, you know, I came to this country, basically the U.S., to give my children a better life like your parents did to you. Period. Point. And Alexia was like, you know, I feel like Alexia has forgotten her whole roots in the situation. And, you know, you support Alexia, you support Trump, right, in the Republican Party. But I feel like you forget that a lot of these people that you support are against people coming to America to have a better life for their children, right? But you don't realize that your family and your roots were in the same situation, trying to have a better life for you. But you can't see that in the comments that you said was rude. You're apologizing now. You're apologizing now because this is the reunion. You're not apologizing because you feel sorry. Because if you felt sorry, that's what you would have said. You would have felt sorry for what you said in that moment. But then you said, I'm sorry that it was a sensitive topic to you. Who says that? Like, so you don't recognize it's sensitive? That is like something fucked up to say? We get on Adriana's date and basically how Alexia and Marisol try to assassinate this man's character, saying that he is married when he's not married, and basically saying that Adriana is sleeping with a married man, or, you know, dating a married man. She basically said, I'm not apologizing, and it is what it is. Next question. I'm like, oh. And she said it because, you know, he's not your boyfriend, he's your rent-a-man, and it is what it is. And I'm just like, okay, Atlanta, season 5, no, season 6. Alexia and Adriana go back and forth, and Alexia says, like, nobody buys me love. Like, nobody buys me love. And Adriana's like, okay, they don't buy you love, but they buy you things, though. That watch, things, right? Alexia tells her, you know, you resent my love, you resent my life, you resent my watch, you resent my husband. Like, girl, to be honest, Todd is okay. But I don't think the looks are the solidifying factor that people want to have your man, if that's what they want to do. I don't think it's the looks that's like, oh my God, Todd. No, it's that money. Like, let's call a spade, okay? Adriana gets on my nerves. Because she's over here talking about, you're demoralizing me, you're demoralizing me. Like, Adriana, why do you want to be a victim all the time? Girl, at the end of the day, this is a war words. Y'all in a war, y'all in a battle. Do what you got to do. Because I don't think she cared that she demoralized you at this point. She's going to use it as a shot, like she did. Adriana basically gives Andy the text messages from Alexia, and basically Alexia was trying to hook up Adriana with the married man.
Okay, you say, well, I think he always liked you and had you in mind, and truthfully, his marriage has never been good. So are you advocating for it?
And I'm like, now that's what you call receipts. Proof. Nicole is basically like, so you're advocating for her to, you know, hook up or date a married man. Alexia is like, that's what he told me. That's what he told me. So I'm just going off of what he told me. Girl, you can't be this dumb, because at the end of the day, you know context, and you said it in text messages. Like, so Alexia starts deflecting yet again, and she says, like, why don't we talk about the father of your son? Why don't we talk about that? And I'm just like, girl, how did we get on this? It was just weird. And I'm just like, you want to talk about fathers of your kids? What about we talk about yours? Basically, you over here dating a man that ran a cocaine empire. Just say allegedly, but child. Allegedly, he left you the fortune. Left you the fortune. Huh? Over here dating a man that was on the DL that you didn't know that, you know. With the new information on Twitter, the husband that we saw on TV, he was over here in jail for, I'm not saying it. That's how Adriana should have cleared it. She should have cleared, like, okay, you want to talk about my husband? Let's talk about the one that left you the cocaine empire allegedly, the one that was on the DL allegedly, and the one that over here allegedly. Like if you want to clear, she should have cleared. But you know, it is what it is. Alexia can't apologize, and she can't take ownership. And I'm not mad about her not saying that she can't take apology, because I mean, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it. I'm not mad about that. But I'm just like, she asked for people to apologize in that moment and beg down, and I don't like that. Larsa and Nicole gets into a little, you know, exchange, because Larsa's just like, okay, you judged me, and Nicole's just like, you talked about my son. You called him a bastard child. I
What?
I was like, where did that come from? Because I've never heard, even though Larsa be saying a lot of stuff, I never heard her say that. I think she said it out of wedlock. And basically at the end of, you know, part 1, Nicole, they basically talk about the whole lawyer and the Amex card. Nicole says, you know, I don't feel sorry about it. Lisa says, you know, it's embarrassing. It was embarrassing. All y'all were embarrassing. Alexia felt like, you know, I was attacked. I was being attacked, so I had to defend myself. Lisa says, like, maybe you felt attacked because, you know, you kept saying that you were a star. Why did Alexia come out the blue says,
Believe it, and I encourage all of you to believe it, because if you believe that, you wouldn't have not let Lenny do all the things he's done to you. What? Yeah.
I'm just like, girl, who says that? This is supposed to be a good girl. And I'm just like, who says that? And like, Lisa's over here shocked. I was just like, this is crazy, y'all. But this was part 1 of Real Housewives of Miami. It was good. Yet again, this is the best franchise this cycle, this year. So, I mean, hands down, best franchise. What do you guys think? Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for all of the new subscribers. I'm gonna have a giveaway coming up soon because I reached 500. That was one of my milestones. So I'll keep you guys posted on how to sign up for the giveaway. I think probably give away like a $50 gift card. We'll figure it out. But thank you all. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Peace.